see how this works. Looking good. Good. Now, what happens if I turn off the start screen? Okay. Awesome. We are finally up and going. Hell yeah. Sorry about the couple of false starts, everybody. Don't know what was going on really, but something on my computer must not have liked starting up stream very much, because that bitrate was freaking atrocious. But it's fine now. Looking at the stream, it's not that super delayed, so it's almost 30 seconds actually. That's... oh well. Anyhow, we left off last time. You're just about to re-enter the infinite Panopticon and finish off the Necrom story. Did look ahead a little bit. It looks like, if I'm remembering correctly, only like 2 quests after this one, and then we're done with the story. So let's hope I can get it done today. I'm gonna be streaming about 2 hours, so hopefully that's enough time. If not, then guess we're finishing out next week. And then we'll do our Gold Road celebration. At this point, I know it's very late in the game to do a celebration for Gold Road, but hey.
Vermina. Her presence is destroying the Panopticon.
You're in no shape to continue.
Nonsense. No. You are right. Proxy, you must deal with Vermina. Gadain will help me return to Cypher's Midden.
You can't face Vermina alone. I don't believe I'm saying this, but I'll go with you.
This is more than just the presence of a rival Daedric prince. Something else is happening here.
Alright, let's talk to the peoples.
I don't understand it either, but like it or not, we're the only thing standing between Vermina and the utter collapse of reality. So let's get moving. We need to find a Daedric prince wearing a mortal meat suit while we still can.
Alright. I'm done talking to Curate and Laramie.
I hate the idea of abandoning you and Scroot, but Laramil needs time to recover. I'll stay with her. Get her back to Cypher's Midden. You and Scroot go on ahead. May the ancestors guide you, my friend.
Your ancestors probably wouldn't like to guide me very much.
I am no help to you in my present state. You must locate Vermina. Destroy Master Shalreni's body before the Prince of Dreams causes irreparable damage to the Panopticon. Gadain will see me safely back to Cypher's Midden, while Scroot accompanies you.
Alrighty, rest well. Time to kill shit.
I don't understand it either. We need to go down, mortal.
Just hush. Don't put up much fight. Neither do the watchlings, apparently.
I don't understand it either.
I don't really like the fact that Scroot is just riding my butt. He's telling me to talk to him so frequently because of how close they are.
What a mess. Let's not survive. The Great Eye will probably make me clean it up. I'm a vessel of the Great Eye. Call on me.
I mean, you say that, Screw, but you don't seem to be all that powerful.
A hole in the debris. They must have gone that way.
Oh, that debris? That looks like an archway.
Satisfying smack.
Oh.
Remember, Vermina's not alone. Blightcrown and Torvesard are with her.
Yeah, I remember.
Such disregard for the work of the Great Eye. Such rampant destruction. But at least the hole reveals the path our enemies took. I suppose we should see where it leads.
If you're gonna have convictions, you should probably stick to them and not be so flippant about stuff. Either you care a lot or you don't care at all.
Cultists are spreading Blightcrown's corruption.
You seem to flip between the two.
Hidden kindred. Like Vermina brought an eye.
Let me aid you. Hey, mortal. Let us offer to smite your foe.
Right?
That portal. Vermina passed through it, mortal.
How can you tell?
Don't ask me. I've never been inside the infinite Panopticon before. But Vermina and her allies stepped through that portal, so it must lead somewhere.
I don't like the fact that it feels like I was predicted. Alright, into the portal we go. Portal to the place we already should be in. Curious. Not the inner sanctum or the inner
This place
Panopticon.
feels ancient. Like no one's been here in an eternity.
Light and concoction work splendidly. We are hidden, and Mora suffers. Torvesard, take the Dream Prince into the Eye of Mora and find your memory. I have a final gift to deliver to the very core of Apocrypha.
Blightcrown! Did he say something about an Eye of Mora?
Ignore Blightcrown. We need to reach Vermina and destroy Shalreni's body.
Ah.
I don't think we should be in here. No one should. This place feels ancient. Sacred. But if you insist on pressing forward, I'll stay with you. Reluctantly.
That's good. I don't know if we should focus on Vermina's vessel if he's talking about the
I
core.
see the Eye of Mora above us. That's where we need to go, mortal.
That big fucker? No way that's an eye. I refuse to believe. What do I? That is quite the arrangement. I feel like going down is probably not the right way.
In the collection, my fellow Daedra have turned violent. Well, more violent than usual.
Why not just say they turned aggravated?
Mortal, let me aid you.
Because isn't Daedric violence akin to an angel enacting justice on, or whatever? I don't know where I was going with that now. But basically, isn't their violence uninspired? They're just violent to prove a point, or because we're basically ants to them, so they're treating us how we treat ants. That kind of deal.
Through there, mortal. Hurry!
Through the portal I go. Goopy eyeball portal.
Those cultists are in our way. Dispatch them, mortal.
That was easy. Oh, Steven.
Get a popper for smite your foe. Wasn't that amazing? Get a popper for smite your foe. Mortal, we need to talk. Light
Okay.
Crown's a threat, but Vermina's a prince. We should follow Vermina and Torvesard into the Eye of Mora.
What's inside this eye, Scroot?
I have no clue which memory of Hermaeus Mora this particular eye contains, but we should go in and do what we came here to do. Find Vermina and destroy Master Shelreni's body. Without the protection it provides, Mora should be able to pinpoint her.
Thought you said you're no longer in contact with Hermaeus Mora.
You're right, I don't hear the Great Eye. I think that has something to do with Vermina's presence, Blightcrown's corruption, and the rite they completed to enter the realm. It's just a guess, but if we solve one problem, it should help.
If you say so.
Now, mortal, step into the Eye of Mora.
Okay, so there was 3 ways to get here, and I took the long route. Makes no sense. I haven't done that before.
What happened to this memory? It looks more like a dream. Or a nightmare.
Another Daedric Prince memory? You take me to the nicest places.
Don't I just?
This has to be Vermina's fault. Stupid Prince of Dreams.
This memory is mine now, mortal.
Whoa.
I have wrapped it in a dream of my
Hello.
own creation.
We need to discuss this, mortal.
Oh, that was different. Also, Mora's way back there. Easy visible.
Listen carefully, mortal. Vermina's power is limited here. This isn't her realm. It's only due to the necromancy they used on Shelreni's body that she made it this far. She's placed a dream around us, but the true memory is still here.
So how do we find the true memory?
Vermina hasn't been in here very long. She didn't have time to craft a perfect dreamscape to hide within. Look for flaws in the illusion, the cracks in the facade.
Is that Hermaeus Mora out there? What's he doing in here?
We're inside one of the Great Eye's secret memories. That's just an echo of him, part of the memory. Like I said, Vermina's overlay of dream stuff isn't perfect, and we can take advantage of that. Let's see if we can spot any flaws we can exploit.
Maybe Meln's ghost sight can help.
Good idea. If you can find the weak points, I can break them open and expose the true memory beneath. Of course, knowing what the Great Eye values, that will probably drive us insane. Took me centuries to recover the last time that happened.
That doesn't sound good. Alright, let's look around.
Once again, Melon to the rescue. When you get close to a flaw, use my ghost sight to spot it.
Okay. I don't know how I'll know what a flaw looks like.
Use Melm's ghost sight. When you find a flaw, point it out to me. And I'll see if I can exploit it to reveal the true memory beneath.
Lurker, not a flaw. Well, depends on your perspective, I guess. A lurker might be a flaw of nature, depending on who you are. Where are these flaws? So far, I haven't seen anything. Guess they're all upstairs.
Nice.
Oh, here we go.
Use my ghost sight to reveal it.
Ooh, hey.
I have done the unthinkable. Now, I must make sure it cannot be undone.
That was part of the true memory. Find me more flaws to break, mortal.
Interesting line.
Use Melm's ghost sight.
Bodily.
I shall divide the only remaining memory of the event, my memory, and hide it in 3 glyphics.
This must be the memory of when Hermaeus Mora hid the secret the enemy seeks.
Okay.
The way it began, secured inside the glyphic of hidden paths.
Weird. Cryptic. Mysterious.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
The arguments that followed, locked within the glyphic of lost memories.
Okay. Argument follow.
And with regret, the memory of what I had to do, sealed inside the glyphic of shattered reflections.
Shattered reflections.
Dares invade my private memories.
Oh, is that another Hermie boy?
We got what we came here for, Torvesard. This way!
How dare Vermina enter my realm? Fighter, protect the 3 glyphics. Go and enter the mythos.
Oh, the same Hermie boy. I don't know if I like this part of how they represent Hermaeus Mora. It's supposed to come from something, not just be a bodiless mass of writhing tentacles. At least that was my understanding of what Hermaeus Mora was. Into the mythos I go.
This is the mythos deep beneath the Icor Sea. Another memory of more of the same.
Deep beneath the Icor Sea. Where am I supposed to be going? To the left.
Mythos is a forbidden place deep beneath the Ichor Sea. This is where the Great Eye conceived Apocrypha, where he whispered the first secret. Imagine the first inkling of knowledge. We're so not worthy to be here, even if it is just a memory.
Say so.
This is the core of Apocrypha. Remember how Torvesard altered a memory and changed the past? The damage they can cause here is enormous.
Gotta love fucking with timelines, right?
Great eye. Call on me. That's a satisfying snack.
I mean, it's an interesting looking place. But
we need to hurry, mortal.
no shit. It seems a bit cavey though in execution.
How much longer, Torvesard?
These locks
Never a dull moment.
Midsummer's alert.
Let me feel the power of fate.
Oh, this one's gonna take an annoyingly long time. Yep, time for ghost sight. There we go. Oh, now I'm doing good damage.
Wasn't that amazing?
There we go. Get some mad deeps in. There it is.
Damn you, Mora! We must slip away while we can, Torvesard.
The Dreamweaver flees. But what of the Glyphic throat? You will pay for the damage she has wrought on my realm.
What is that mess?
And hear my words.
Your
Great
spirit
eye.
first.
I can feel his presence again. And not just because he's right over there and wants to speak to you. I wonder when the next boulder is going to drop on us. Go on. It's not polite to keep the Prince of Fate waiting.
So you say. I want to know what the fuck that is. Guess he'll tell me.
I shook off the worst effects of Vermina's corrupting presence, but not soon enough. The intruders have fled. But the vault of the Glyphic, you must determine if the secret remains secure.
You hid this dangerous secret in a glyphic?
Not just any Glyphic. One of 3 primordial Glyphics that in total contain the entirety of the memory I made everyone forget. A memory that, if restored, will destroy reality. Enter the vault. Check on the Glyphic.
Okay. What will I find in there?
That which I cannot see. The corruption coursing through Apocrypha continues to weaken me. I must do everything I can to maintain a connection to my realm. Enter and examine the glyphic. I give you permission to gaze upon this portion of the memory.
Isn't that dangerous? Giving immortal and Daedric gods memory?
It cannot be avoided. Fate's chosen must make sure the glyphic is secure and the memory intact. We shall talk again when you are done.
Well, I guess that's even more credence to the fact that the vestige is special in terms of their physiology. What should I do beyond that door?
Examine the glyphic of hidden paths. It will reveal its portion of the secret to you. Regrettably, there is no other way to determine if the glyphic remains intact. But fate will survive a slight fraying of its fabric. It has to. Now, go.
So pressing. Jeez. Okay, that's not cool. I wanted to see it turn into a portal. Instead, I just leave the conversation and just portal. Just portal right here. Scroot's fucking gone. That's phenomenal. Ugh.
Examine the glyphic and see how this all began, Chosen.
Everybody's gone. Just me and Hermie boy now.
Why have you called us all together, Prince of Fate?
We must deal with this problem, Dreamweaver. I have seen what happens if we do nothing. Already the threads of fate unravel. They have no regard for the chaos they can cause.
Ah, that's it! What I needed to spark my memory. I will restore the rest. Lord of Secrets, I will restore it all!
Torvesard. Only one of the unseen could evade my sight here. Chosen. We must speak.
Must we? There's a quest. Oh, there it goes. Well, I was curious. What's that all about?
My power remains diminished due to the toxins Periite's followers polluted Apocrypha with. But you helped me break free of the worst of the miasma.
How?
You saw the contents of the glyphic of hidden paths, as did Torvesard. I did not expect that.
It seems to have made you quite unhappy. Does that mean reality is doomed?
Not yet. One thread in the tapestry snapped, but two more remain. If you can keep my enemies from unsealing the final two glyphics, there is still a chance to preserve Apocrypha and the rest of reality. You saw how this began. The great omission.
Not really. You just talked about it to Vermina and Periite, who seemingly coincidentally are also the two Daedric princes invading your realm at the moment. You called Torvesard one of the unseen. What does that mean?
Just something from very long ago. Something I did not expect to encounter ever again. It is not important. Not yet. Right now, fate requires a champion, mortal.
What do you need me to do?
Do as you have done. Follow your heart. Return to Laramil. Consult with her. Defeat those who oppose us. You will know the best course of action when fate requires it. Now, I must conserve my strength. Apocrypha is under attack, and I feel its pain.
As you should. It's supposed to be a manifestation of your willpower. I would assume you could feel its pain. But I'll be off, as you requested.
Take the portal and return to your allies in Cypher's Midden.
Alright. Away I go. It's a little hard to navigate your way around. Now, where is Laramil? There they are. And Screwed. So good of you to join.
The Great Eye trusts you, mortal. I suppose that means I must too. Which indicates I'm probably going to regret everything that happens next. Go talk to Laramil. She has that look on her face again.
You seem to know her quite well. Be able to judge that.
Laramil says she's feeling better, but I'm not so sure. She's eager to find out what happened after we separated at the Infinite Panopticon, though. You better talk to her and let her know all the details.
I will.
I have recovered, Proxy. Now tell me, what occurred after we parted ways in the Infinite Panopticon?
We freed Hermaeus Mora from Vermina's dream, but Torvesard recovered part of the memory.
Part of the memory has been remembered, but reality has not unraveled. So we must still have time to make this right. Vermina and her allies continue to assault Apocrypha, but freeing Hermaeus Mora was a victory. Well done. This is for you, Proxy.
Thank you very much.
Secret and forbidden knowledge. Something so terrible that Hermaeus Mora wiped the very memory of it from all existence. But now Torvesard has plucked a thin sliver from the darkness, urging us to remember. Though it pains me, we cannot allow that.
Hermaeus Mora sent me to check on the glyphic that held the first part of the memory. I saw it too.
You did? I am unsure how I feel about that. I want to ask you 1,000 questions, but the corruption plaguing Apocrypha grows worse with every passing moment, and Vermina still roams free. I am torn as what to do.
The rest of the forgotten memory is contained in 2 more glyphics.
An opportunity, perhaps. It shall take Vermina time to locate the remaining glyphics. That gives us a chance to end the corruption and restore Hermaeus Mora's power. Are you willing to hunt down Blightcrown while I try to locate Vermina?
I'll help you find Blightcrown, Laramil.
What started in the Panopticon has spread beyond into other parts of Apocrypha. Gadain and I have seen its effects here among the stacks. While you investigate the corruption in Cypher's Midden, I shall try to determine where to find Vermina.
What do we know about this corruption?
We know it is a vile combination of dream and disease, developed by Blightcrown from concepts provided by Vermina and Periite. Master Shelreni helped to perfect it, and her rite increased its strength. It hides Vermina and weakens Hermaeus Mora.
Does it do anything else?
As we have seen, it drives the inhabitants of Apocrypha mad. and turns even allied Daedra violent. Scroot could sense the agony of the realm back on Nairn. Here, I fear she may eventually succumb as the other natives have. Even I am not immune.
You think I'm in danger?
No. Despite your status as Fate's proxy, you seem resistant. Now, explore Cypher's Midden, and try to track down Blightcrown, or determine how the affliction spreads. I shall attempt to locate Vermina. Remember, they used sensors in the Panopticon.
All right.
I'll go with you. It's not like I have anywhere else to be.
Damn straight, Mel. Best buds.
I think I'll stay with Laramil. See if I can be of any help with her research. You tend to get into fights, and that's not something I'm very good at.
Fair enough. If this is too much for you, Gudane, we can get you to the portal back to Necrom.
No. Just thinking out loud. I need to see this through. I promised to recover the other half of the Fulcrum Obscura, and I really want to help Laramil. Oh, and you too, friend. The end of reality as we know it is not something to take lightly.
Agreed.
You'll have to do this on your own, mortal. I can feel the affliction beginning to take hold. I'll pose a danger to you if I succumb as the other Daedra have.
Is there anything we can do about that?
Find Blightcrown and beat him with a stick? How should I know? I'm an auditor of fate, not a watchling of action. That's for you and Laramil to figure out.
Alright, sassafras, I'll figure this shit out. Damn. Summon their bear.
Why has the realm turned against us?
Apocalypse reels in pain, and I
Poor Hulnan. The Seeker just swooped in, struck him down, flew off. They've never attacked the settlement before. The Daedra never bothered us before. The Great Eye always told us we were safe here. But that Seeker, there was madness in its eyes. Open sores, a smell of disease, and the screeching. It was awful.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. This the Seeker?
It rushed to attack and then just froze in place. I think it's sick.
Oh, another dead Cypher.
One of Blightcrown's sensors. And not even hidden. Destroy it. Let's return to Laramil's study and tell her what we found.
Quite a few unpleasant things, I believe, is what we will have to report.
Fred, the corruption has gotten worse. See to Scroot while I do what I can for Laramil.
It seems our little watchling in Laramil have finally succumbed to Blightcrown's corruption. The next stage, as we have seen, involves a massive amount of violence. Let's try to help them before it comes to that, yes?
Yeah, definitely.
Shortly after you departed, both Laramil and Scroot fell ill. It has to be the corruption. It's growing stronger. Check on Scroot while I see if there's anything I can do to ease Laramil's suffering.
Yeah, after I talk to Laramil myself.
I thought I could resist it, the corruption. But here in Apocrypha, it is too much.
So she should probably get out.
Flee, mortal. The pain overwhelms me. Soon I won't be able to tell friend from foe. And my many beguiling eyes, each blinks out and goes dark in turn. Soon I'll be totally blind.
What can I do to help, Scroot?
I don't know. But the pain and the blindness... Is this what caused the Great Eye to disconnect from his realm? To allow Vermina's dream to envelop him in order to escape the suffering. You don't suppose she has a dream for me, do you?
Gadane's a monk. Maybe he'll come up with something.
The other mortal? Oh, to have my fate rest in such fragile hands. Really, you should go. Apocrypha is no longer safe, and I don't want to hurt you. Wait. A barely perceptible ripple in the threads. Someone approaches.
Who's coming, Scroot?
Your allies suffer needlessly, mortal. Allow me to aid them.
This affliction is beyond my skills, friend. See what the Dremora has to offer.
That's right, you don't know what's going on with him. Okay, well.
Vermina and Periite have gone too far with their corruption. It works its way into the very fabric of Apocrypha. You only need to look to your two allies to see the harm it causes. I can ease their suffering, mortal.
Hold on. Didn't you recruit them so that you could find the lost memory that you're searching for? So this whole thing is your fault. Unless I'm misunderstanding something about that. Also, it's the first time I'm getting a close-up of your body. What is up with those scars? Is that natural? You've been working with Vermina and Periite the whole time. Why should I trust you, anything you say?
It was an alliance of necessity. I needed their assistance to recover that which was taken from us in ancient times. Hermaeus Mora did what he thought right, as have I. I have no desire to punish him for following his nature.
Okay. It's an odd philosophy to have. So what exactly are you offering?
I know where to find Blightcrown, so that you can stop him before he does irreparable damage to this realm. And I can show you where Vermina has gone. I no longer care to share the ancient memory with her, or Periite.
Ah. A deal is made out of personal gain. That's very Daedra of you. Why would you help me after all this? I just said why. It benefits him.
Because I also require help. I offer a trade, an end to this assault on Apocrypha, for the assistance of Fate's Chosen. Decide, mortal. Blightcrown even now works his way toward the core of this realm. Soon it will be too late to reverse the damage.
Alright, tell me where to find Blightcrown.
I will mark a location on your map. Here we can open a path to the place Hermaeus Mora calls the Mythos. Not to a memory this time, but to the here and now. Then you can stop Blightcrown before the corruption becomes irreversible.
Very well. Now aid Laramel and Scroot.
It will take all of us to reach the Mythos. Allow me to ease the suffering of your allies.
I can see again.
Go, Proxy. I shall join you at the location.
Okay. What's Mel think?
Not to look at Gift Nixox in the mandible, but Torvesard's arrival is a little too convenient. That said, when two Daedric princes oppose you, accept whatever help comes your way. But don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for any sign of treachery.
Thank you, dead Telvanni mage. Curate.
I don't like this any more than you do, but Torvesard went out of his way to show good faith. At least for a Dremora. And he helped Laramil. I appreciate that.
I'm sure you do.
I wonder if I can get him to tell me where to find the other half of the Fulcrum Obscura.
Probably not, dude.
The twists of fate can be confusing at times, but if Torvesard speaks true, we have to try, Proxy. I shall meet you at the Mythos entrance. You shall have my assistance for as long as I am able. I want to thank Gadain for his concern.
Ooh, reciprocated feelings. Well, that's the new ESO couple then. Wonder if we're actually gonna see a wedding this time.
Whatever Torvesard did, it certainly helped. But I can still feel the constant throb of Apocrypha's pain. It won't be long before it incapacitates me again. Or worse.
Well, that's not good. Hope it doesn't come to that.
I too shall meet you at the Mythos. It will take all of us working together to end the threat posed by Blightcrown and Vermina. Just know that the relief I granted your allies is fleeting. As long as the corruption persists, they are in danger.
Well, then I guess we should take care of the corruption. They said they'd meet me there. I don't know where there is. It says it's to the east. All the way over there. Well, shoot. Yeah, I can worm my way around. Go from there to there to there. The madness in the wind should be big. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Let's do that. Going very roundabout, but helps me finish my quest. So, this way I will go. And I will ignore Azendar in the process.
Another one. Confounded thing.
Following the paths. Well, I don't want to anymore. What is this? Hello.
Been on the lookout for that.
This is kind of cool. Taking a screenshot of this one. Kinda neat. Now, what's up here? Because this looks like a pathway to. I don't know how to pronounce this.
That's gotta be worth some good coin.
What is this place called? Something here. It might become important. Watchers stood outside too. Definitely makes it seem. What's over here seems important as well. Just the lurker. Just a few statues.
A whole stack? Very nice.
Hey, not what I was hoping for, but beggars and choosers and all that.
Building up a stash. Good thinking.
So back to my waypoint. I'm just gonna call it a waypoint. Back to my chosen destination. Archivist.
Is it true?
Bartels.
Did you really explore? I wouldn't go that way if I were you, traveler. The study down the road is crawling with horrors, and they're sure to spill out. I only just made it out of there with my life. Hermaeus Mora have mercy.
What is the study?
The disquiet study. I am an archivist there. The books have always been a bit animate in the study, but they've started pouring their contents out into the world. I tried to warn the Nord woman I just passed, but she just laughed.
What Nord woman?
I didn't catch her name, though she did look oddly familiar. She was heading right for the study, calm as could be. I tried to warn her, as I'm warning you now, but she just laughed. Acted like I was some sort of blubbering child. The nerve!
Thank you for the warning. Talk to Isgil. Going.
This looks nice and inviting. You ready?
Yoink.
Cut it out, Worm, or I'm going to slap the pages out of you.
Evening, friend. Or morning. Hard to tell in these Daedric realms. You've just stumbled upon the oddest family reunion this side of Fargrave. I'm Eastgild, and this annoying tome is my brother, Vorm. As you can see, we're in a bit of a conundrum.
Wait, that floating book is your brother?
Somehow, my know-it-all twin found a way to become even more pretentious. At least, I'm pretty sure it's him. No, it's definitely him. I think he wants me to enter the study to find a way to fix him. Care to join? It'll be fun.
Sure, what do we need to do?
Before you came along, Vorm spat this note at me. The family's favorites. V. Short and vague, but can't imagine it was easy writing this given his current situation. My best guess, we go into the library and check out some books. How terrestrial.
Terrestrial's the word for it. I'll enter the study with you and Vorm.
Mother always said I was good at making friends. Wait, where are you going, Vorm?
I don't like the implications of that.
Looks like a map? How about you take that, friend? I'll just follow Vorm.
Sure.
That's that. We'll meet you inside.
Can't even use it. Alright.
Guides you to my adventure novels, Vorm's dusty science books, and our dear mom's favorite histories, you'll know we're on the right track. I think we should split up and shout for one another if we find something.
How big is this place? That will not
what
work.
A mess. You really let the place go, Vorm.
What, is he an archivist? What are you talking about?
Vorm told me the stacks like to rearrange themselves, so that map he passed us could be useless. Guess we'll find out. You follow the map, and I'll apply my gleaner's intuition. Between his inky mess and my nose, we'll find these books eventually.
What do you think Vorm meant by family favorites?
For as long as I've known him, Vorm has kept his secrets and sentiments tucked away between the pages of a book. Wouldn't put it past him to put the juiciest tidbits of knowledge he's collected inside tomes with sentimental value.
What kinds of secrets?
Oh, anything and everything. I once found proof of our cousin's affair inside a Dwemer telescope manual. Vorm fancies himself a scholar, but what he's best at is interplanar gossip. So, if there's a fix for his affliction, it'll be in a book.
What can you tell me about your family's favorite books?
I can't tell you specifics, but I'll share what I can. Whose favorites would you like to know about?
Tell me about your favorite, Eastgild.
Oh, easy. The Curse of Blackskill Island is easily my favorite adventure book. Oh, there's one part after the treasure gets stolen when Captain Goldsmirk comes face to face with the ghost of Larissa Blackscale and... You know what? I won't spoil it.
Gee, thanks. I'm pretty sure I don't have that book, so... Awesome. Tell me about Vorm's favorite books.
Have you ever seen one of those heavy old tomes with text smaller than dust? And the only pictures are boring shapes with numbers and labels on them? Yeah, Vorm likes those. Find the most boring section of the library, and you'll find his favorite.
Sibling says, tell me about your mother's favorite books.
That might be tougher. Mother was a historian, and she loved nothing more than diving into events of the past. And recounting these stories to Vorm and me, of course. It's been so long. But I'll know her favorite when I see it. I'm certain.
You say so. Guess let's get the move on. Okay. Quickest way around would be to hang a left. Yeah, so that's what I'll do.
All right, friend. We'll meet you on the other side.
Right. Split up. Forgot about that part. Like somebody's been in here before, though. Probably on their daily.
How my brother gets anything done in here. Nearly lost my finger to some biting satire back there.
What?
This looks promising. Oh, I'd recognize that spine anywhere. Now, how are we supposed to get to it? I might have just the thing. Here! Shouldn't be too dangerous, right? That's quite frosty out of its case. Now, ever so gently, take the rhyme shard and...
And what? Okay.
I mean, it's supposed to do that. Now hurry! Grab the book before the effect wears off.
The Curse of Blackscale Island, Chapter 8, Trader's Blade. Even as void-tainted pirates spilled out from the cursed treasure chest and the blade shaved fur from her throat, Captain Goldsmirk was focused only on the eyes of the woman who betrayed her. The violet eyes of her first mate. Suddenly, Goldsmirk found her mind drifting to the first time they had met. A drunken brawl that landed them both in an Aldmeri prison cell. How they were forced to swallow their pride and work together to escape. How 8 picked locks and 6 subdued guards later. They were inseparable. Had all these years just been working towards this moment? A lie hidden beneath those violet eyes? A lie that led to the release of Larissa Gold's Blackscale's cursed crew? You figured it out then, have you? Her first mate said as she turned to look out towards the battle that waged itself on the deck below. Goldsmirk, forced to watch as the crew they had built together over the years fought against an endless horde of void-empowered pirates aboard a burning ship. Larissa Blackscale, Goldsmirk said with a snarl. You look good for someone who's supposed to be dead. Still, Goldsmirk's mind drifted to their past, to the kegs they had emptied, the ships they had pilfered. She grew frustrated as she tried to center her mind on the battle, the betrayal, finding a way to escape from beneath Larissa's blade. But then Larissa laughed. The same laugh that had filled Darkwater Cove when they defeated the Ashen Pirate and taken his prized ship. The same laugh that had once comforted Goldsmirk when they drifted through Thracian waters with nothing but scraps of wood and a barrel of fermented figs to keep them afloat. The same laugh that used to make Goldsmirk's whiskers tingle when the moons were full and they had only their embrace to keep them warm. This whole time you thought you were chasing a ghost, Larissa said, but you were wrong, Captain. The title oozing from her lips like poison. This wasn't a chase. I led you here like a dog on a leash. Her blade pressed harder against Goldsmirk's throat, a fresh drop of blood wetting her pellet. It was all too much. Too many memories to bury. Too many nights to forget. How could Evelyn...
I will consume every word of your story.
What the hell was that?
This knowledge shields me from your feeble attacks. So in I return.
Was that the Delve boss? Okay. How could Evelyn? No. How could Larissa so easily set her life? their life together aside. But then Goldsmirk saw the smallest quiver in Larissa's lower lip, and how her first mate's eye wandered to the trickle of blood dripping from her blade's cut, and most damning of all, the slight furrow of her brow. A gambling tell that Larissa never was able to shake. This wasn't easy. In fact, this might be the hardest thing she's ever done. I understand, Goldsmirk said with a sudden newfound confidence. The confidence that surprised Larissa, whose blade softened ever so slightly. I can't imagine what it must have been like, Larissa, having to sail the seas for years, knowing your crew was locked away. Not a day went by that I didn't think of them, Larissa shouted, a tremble in her voice. You misunderstand. This one meant no harm. Goldsmirk can't imagine how hard it must have been, how much pain you've carried. Goldsmirk took notice of the way Larissa shifted her footing. Goldsmirk steadied herself, getting ready for the moment to strike. Why didn't you share this burden with me? And admit what I'd done? Admit that I'd abandoned my crew? You could never understand this pain. But I can, Goldsmirk said. Not with pity, but love. And you know why? Why, Larissa started, but Goldsmirk moved faster than words could form. All at once she was out from under Larissa's blade, darting low and quick. Goldsmirk's tail wrapped around Larissa's foot, pulled it out from under her, sending her tumbling into the ship's helm. Before she knew what happened, Larissa looked up at the tip of Goldsmirk's blade. Because we're both good captains, Goldsmirk said. We'd both sail into oblivion and beyond to save our crews. Goldsmirk stepped back, gesturing with her blade's tip for Larissa to stand. And if the only way to save my crew is to strike down the love of my life, you let the words linger in the air, heavier than the smoke that billowed from their flaming ship, then so be it. Larissa stood, blade outstretched, a tear rolling down her face, breaking against her sad smile. She nodded, so be it. So it's a love story.
Hurry back before you and the book burn to a crisp. Not burnt to a cinder or frozen to death. That's a qualified success in my book. I might need to take a detour through Takubar to grab a handful more of those.
Takubar? That's not a place I'm familiar with. Is that Daedric Realm? That was quite the book, though. Missing a lot of context to be called a full story, but the premise seems somewhat appealing. Probably not my type of book, though.
Those autobiographies sure were full of themselves, weren't they, Vorm? Is this it, Vorm? Just a little light reading? Wait, what happened to the pages? Have a look around, friend. See if you can find them.
What is... There's
Find
missing
something
pages?
boring? You're probably on the right track.
Age of complex graphs.
Vorm seems excited about that one.
Okay. Page of obscure formulas.
Another page? Keep looking.
Alright. Convoluted appendices. I didn't know the book could come apart. Damaged reference book.
Hey, looks good as new. Well, all things considered. Anyway, grab that boring book and let's get going.
Planar formulae of the first age. Oh, well, let me read the one that she's got favorite on, but not this one, huh? Annoying. But whatever. One more book. They haven't gone yet, have they? No. Does she have any comments?
You know, flying around like Vorm would be a pretty useful trick. Think of all the pressure plates I could avoid. Although, not having hands would be tricky.
So are you a rogue then? Pickpocket, a thief? Or an adventurer?
This isn't what I meant when I said you needed to grow a spine, Vorm. Now, this looks like someplace Mother would love. Minus the beasties, of course. Though, I suppose we were her beasties way back when.
I don't know.
Let's take a look around. I can't quite remember her favorite, but I'll know it if I see it.
Speaks a lot about how you were as children. Fargrave, a city of myth. Fargrave may seem to some just an obscure demiplane of oblivion, but it has a rich history and an important role to serve. Functioning as a crossroads, Fargrave finds itself well-trodden by interplanar travelers. For example, it would not at all be surprising to see a mage hailing from Somerset trading tales with a Zivkin grasp of the stricture. Because of this, Fargrave has an exciting locale for any keen adventurer. In fact, when last I visited there, I witnessed a gleaner of Arbus interrogate a pickpocketing scamp, something you'd be hard-pressed to see in Tamriel's mundane countryside. I hope that this introduction to Fargrave's rich history will make the demiplane all the more enticing to adventurers new to interplanar travels.
Book about Fargrave? Give that a toss. Mother could probably tell us more stories about it than any one book. It was her home, after all.
Okay. White Gold, the Alien Perspective. A foreword. While there are no doubt a countless number of tomes that delve deep into the rich history of our ancient wild elves, there are none that look to approach the subject of the preeminent Saliaches with the care and respect that an ancient power deserves for having built the first Tamrielic empire, whose rules date back further than recorded history, a fact that will no doubt astound those new to the exciting scholarly world of ancient empires, many of whom I also implore to not just skip forward to the moth-eyed prophecies of bitter fruit or the harrowing tales of Daedric contracts in search of limitless power, though I understand there are many a scholar who pride themselves on delving deep into the more, yes, exciting moments of alien history. But how does one discover the new and unknown while only retreading well-worn trails that are littered with piles of repetitious academic drivel whose only purpose is ego maintenance and padding the resumes of so-called research figureheads under the guise of... The foreword continues in this manner for 45 additional pages. You are shitting me. That was a run-on sentence if I've ever seen one, and it says it goes on for 45 more pages? Huh.
Sounds pretty dry, doesn't it? Mother loved old civilizations, but the aliens were a tad blasé, don't you think?
Depends on who you get your material from. Tamrielic Twins of Myth. An introduction to Tamrielic Twins of Myth. If you have not had the pleasure to travel the far reaches of Tamriel, let me paint you a picture. Imagine the crisp air of Frostfall, the last rays of daylight slowly disappearing behind some great majestic mountain range. You stand before a warm and cozy inn, or a kind stranger's home, or some such hearth where your needs for the night will be met. Before shuffling off the weight of the day, you take one last look at the darkening sky, and what do you see? Twins. Joan and Jode stand as testament to the potency of twins in Tamrielic mythology. But there's a sad truth I must share. Many of the greatest myths and legends have never been put to paper. I know. I can already feel the collective shudder that passed over scholars of storytelling, but it's true. In all my travels, the most potent and vibrant stories are the ones shared to young ones around a campfire. It is a great honor to be able to share 3 of these stories with you, but I want to be clear. This is a privilege. These tales are to be cherished, not picked apart with academic precision. The first of these stories was told to me while an Argonian hatchling chewed on my leather-bound journal. The tale of Argonian twins Izek and Tweer, who wandered too deep into the bowels of an ancient Zanmi. Then we'll travel to the coasts of the Sisters, where Marmer twins Christina and Omeril dive deep into cursed, slowed waters. Finally, we'll close with a Nord myth, the story of Felnrig and Reyna, who woke to find themselves lost inside a magical blizzard.
Hey, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I remember now. Mother would read these stories to us as kids. Even swapped out the names for hours.
What, the Nord ones? Or all of them? Because the Nord ones would make sense. All of them, not so much. Where the hell even are you two? I don't see them anywhere. Oh well.
You dare try from me? I draw my now. My chapter ends.
Alright, how'd I go, I guess? There.
You made it. Here, bring those books over. I think Vorm has a plan. Glad you made it out of there. Vorm's been so excited since we collected all 3 books. He's practically shedding pages. Hand me those books, and we'll see if Vorm's actually got a plan, or if he conned us into doing his bookkeeping.
Here are the books. Do you know what he has planned?
Not a clue, but Vorm seems excited enough. I think I'll just lay them down and let him work his magic, you know? And here, even if he stays a petulant little pamphlet, you still deserve a reward. Take it.
And Gleaner's staff. A healing staff. Not bad.
All right, brother. I'm just going to lay these out. The rest is up to you. Vorm! Quite the mess you got yourself into.
Books don't need to breathe, but it sure feels good to breathe again.
Hey, what happened to the books? I was going to read Blackscale again.
Blackscale? That garbage is printed en masse. Planar formulae was one of a kind.
Oh no, what a loss that is. It's good to have you back, brother.
And it's good to see you too, sister. Thank you. And thanks to our new friend as well.
Okay. What do you have to say
I
about this?
can't wait to hear how this dolt managed to turn himself into a book. It must have been a novel experience, that's for sure. But no, really. Thank you for your help getting my brother back. We owe you.
What are you planning to do now?
Good question. Well, seeing as the study is a bit occupied, Vorm is going to need a place to stay. And as I have no place for him to stay, that means he'll need to accompany me on the proverbial road. Is it too late to turn him back into a book?
Probably. Do you think Vorm is going to like traveling with you?
He may be bookish, but there really is made of tougher stuff than it seems. This ordeal proves it. He'll do just fine by my side until his precious study is back to normal. Who knows? He may even grow to enjoy a bit of adventure.
Good luck on your travels, Isgild.
Greetings, my friend. It is nice to actually have a chance to introduce myself. That other form was, well, a bit limiting in terms of communicating effectively. I'm Vorm, and I am in your debt.
Tell me about yourself, Form.
For starters, I'm actually a Nord and not a floating book. I work as an archivist in service to Hermaeus Mora, though the Lord of Knowledge affords us some freedom on how to conduct our business. Hence my private little library.
How does one become an archivist for Hermaeus Mora?
Well, as I like to say, there's no one way to read a book. My family's unconventional upbringing gave me a rather unique perspective, and that attracted the prince's attention. I get my own space to study as long as I share my findings.
Do you plan on returning to your post in the Disquiet Study?
Naturally. The Guardian of the Unseen may be inscrutable at times, but my prince will surely sort out the bedlam in his halls of erudition before too long. His loyal servants will need to return to make order of the disorder, and I will do my part.
How did you end up becoming a book?
Oh, just hubris and folly, I'm afraid. Though I'm skilled in many arts, confronting beasts and skulking through labyrinths was always my sister's specialty. I'm not ashamed to admit that when chaos began to befall the study, I panicked.
So you turned yourself into a book to escape?
My mind wandered while attempting to portal out of the study. I imagined hiding within the pages of a book, and in my haste, the spell went awry. I was left a tawdry tome with no hope of returning to normal. Until my sister arrived, of course.
How did you know gathering these books would save you?
In truth, I didn't know for sure. But one's sense of self stems from the moments and events that shape us. I was willing to bet my connection to these written words, paired with my family's bond, would help return me to normal.
If you say so. I'm glad it worked out for you. Onward I go, though. Now, next waypoint is going to be over here. Quite the trek, it seems. Got quite the distance to travel to where I want to be. This is the right bridge. Second guessing myself there for a second. It's over there. Ah, that's the crafting thing. And I overshot it by a lot. Crap. Damn. Well, I'm gonna try the other side then. Because it does look like it has some sort of access point. All to the cloisters. Lowly cipher by the name of Minai Shai has unwittingly aided in our efforts to access the secrets of the sidereal cloisters. The foothold has been made, and Mora's treasure tomes will soon be gathered in the name of our master. Make haste and converge upon the cloisters. Soon we will have full access to its treasured secrets. Now, what could that mean? person.
One goes to the Calamitous Gallery, another to the Logia Infinitum, and the last goes to the Empyrean Ascent.
Words.
I think that should be all of them. Yes, 1, 2, 3. 3 books. I think. I don't remember. Did I have more? It is probably fine.
I found this missive. Do you know anything about it?
Missive? I don't know anything about a missive, but I could use your help. I seem to have in my possession 3 of my master's tomes with no memory of having taken them. I can't understate the trouble I could be in if he finds they're missing.
You'd be punished for misplacing a few books?
If Hermaeus Mora thinks for even a moment that one of his ciphers is trying to steal knowledge from him, he'd unwrite my very existence without a second thought. Please, the cloisters run amok with danger. Will you help me return these books?
Very well. I will help you return the books.
Very good. Yes. There are only 3 books. An easy enough task for someone of your stature. Please, follow me.
Why is it so important to return these books?
Oh, books of this sort should not leave the cloisters. In the cloisters, all futures, both possible and impossible, stretch out like a great and terrifying ocean. Foolish people would try to use these books to catch a glimpse of their own fate.
What would happen if they did?
Well, they would go mad, of course. Even I fear to look at them outside the sidereal halls. These books, like many books, are too dangerous to leave unguarded. I still don't understand why they... Never mind. Let's just return them.
What are the sidereal cloisters exactly?
The sidereal cloisters chart the stars to predict our futures. Through orreries and century-spanning studies, the ciphers here weave starlight itself into the fabrics of fate. And because of this, the information in these walls is fiercely protected.
Starlight? Fabrics of fate? Are you going back to the stargazers of Cracklorn?
I'll admit to slightly embellishing. One can't walk into the cloisters and leave with their fates revealed. No, years of study are required. But should one want the secrets of the stars? Their paths and predictions? Well, that must be protected.
Okay.
The entrance is just up ahead. I'll meet you inside.
Didn't the book said something about him being involved? What did that book say again? I thought it said something about him being involved in this mess, and it's not there. Well, crap. Where it could be then.
Good to get stocked up.
I didn't even check what it was called. Something about cloisters though, right? Lore library. Eidetic memory. Apocryphal pages. Call to the cloisters. Lily Cipher. Oh. Okay. So he's not involved willingly. But he is slightly involved.
Yes, hello again. See you in there.
Okay. In I go. Oh, now he disappears. Sure.
We should first visit the Calamitous Gallery. Come this way.
The Calamitous Gallery is over to the left.
He didn't even make it past the main hall this time. Pitiful. And it seems he has dragged a newcomer along as well. Poor soul.
What is this about?
And now this mortal is staring at me like they can actually see me. Like they recognize I'm here. Wait. Can you actually see me? You know I'm here?
Yes, I can see you. What's going on here?
Astounding. Mortal, I'll speak plainly. I am the Morbid Observer, an overseer that presides over the cloisters. I'm afraid you've stumbled upon a trap in motion. Both myself and all those within the cloisters are stuck in a never-ending cycle.
A trap? Is that why Minai Shai died?
Yes, though soon he'll return. Just know that when he does, he will not be able to see me. I've been kept separate from the others, unseen and unheard. I believe someone tried to steal from the cloisters, and this triggered a magical countermeasure.
Is there a way to free you?
I assure you that a trap set by Mora himself won't be easy to undo. My best guess is to find the root of its cause, the crime that Minai Shai participated in, though he doesn't seem to remember. But enough talk. The Argonian returns.
Okay.
Hello, traveler. I hope the main hall isn't too imposing. I assure you, the rest of the sidereal cloisters is far more welcoming. Let me know when you're ready to venture forward. I believe the
Hold on, who am I supposed to talk to? Right.
I believe the Calamitous Gallery is our first stop. A ghastly collection of troubling predictions, so please do try to avoid peeking. Best not to worry yourself.
You know you just died, right?
Died? I don't know that I did. After all, here I stand in one piece. Though I suppose death can encompass a great many things. A change in self, a departure from the old. Perhaps we can compare notes after we are finished.
I'm not philosophizing. You literally stopped being alive.
Meet me in the Calamitous Gallery. It's this way!
Huh. Okay. How am I supposed to guide him if he runs ahead of me? Oh, like this.
Newer ciphers often begin their tenure in the cloisters by studying in the Calamitous Gallery. Its particular portents can be quite disheartening. Perhaps this is by design, to weed out the weak-willed, so to speak.
Perhaps. So you really don't remember what happened to you?
I'm sorry, traveler, but I do not understand the question. I know the cloisters can be quite distracting, but the sooner we return these books, the better. Come now. I'd hate to disappoint my prince.
Would you now? If you say so.
Tread carefully. The Calamitous Gallery has grown unruly as of late. It's become nearly as dangerous as its fantasies.
An ogre is that
Everything
dangerous.
seems to be so angry at me. Did I do something wrong?
Not knowingly, but apparently you let somebody in who could steal stuff.
We made it. We just have to place the book back in its proper spot and... Wait, what's that? I've never seen that in here before.
Oh, hello.
Struck down once again, though he did mention that something seemed different. Come, let us speak. Thanks to you, Minai Shai actually made it through the Calamitous Gallery. It's almost cause for celebration, though admittedly the bar is low. Since I am unable to lift the books, I ask that you complete the task before we investigate.
Oh, how generous of you. Will the trap try to stop me?
I'm sure it would have already, but yet you still stand. You don't happen to have a pact with the Fathomless Prince, do you? Regardless, return the book to its proper spot. Portents of celestial bodies should sit right over there.
Don't I have to retrieve the book first? Do I have it? Oh, okay. I just received the books. That's interesting. Wonder what these footprints are about too. I guess we'll find out.
The sigil of the Great Eye. So this is a trap of Mora's making. Quickly, Traveler, investigate what the eye has revealed.
Strange pendant. I'll take that.
I do not recognize that pendant's sigil. Moreover, ciphers are not permitted personal trinkets while within the cloisters.
Interesting. Scrap cloth.
Fabric. Torn from a robe, perhaps. Though not from one worn by the ciphers here in the cloisters.
Interesting.
The new cipher revealed he was sent here on a secret mission by our Fathomless Prince, and that he needs my help. I can't believe it. I'd do anything for my master.
Oh, you poor witless fool.
Strange. Are those footsteps leading to the bookshelf?
Yes.
No. They seem to pass right through it.
They do.
Do you feel the pull? The spiraling loop of the cycle? Delve deeper if you wish to resolve its unending trial.
What?
A mysterious cipher. How intriguing. Traveler, use this portal to return to the main hall. I'll meet you there shortly.
I'm gonna talk to you first.
Portents and clues. A trap befitting the cloisters. There is no questioning it. Mora has trapped us in this cycle, and these visions are beginning to reveal why. Minai Shai was aiding a new cipher. One that said he worked for Mora himself.
Yeah. You think this mystery cipher was lying? Right?
A strange cipher bearing an unrecognizable pendant and fabric that does not match the robes of the cloisters. This cipher fooled Minai Shai into unsealing protected tomes, and we've been paying the price this whole time. I'm certain of it.
Well, that's not fun. Guess we'll try. I'll help you figure this out then. Or at least try.
There you are. I was worried you changed your mind. Come now, we've got books to return.
Okay.
You have a friendly look about you, traveler. Even at a glance, I feel that I can trust you. You must get that a lot.
Perhaps I do. Do you remember a strange new cipher?
A new cipher? It isn't often someone joins our ranks, but I must say, those that do are often strange in their own ways. Perhaps when we're done here, I can help you find who you're looking for.
Sure.
Strange.
Sure.
Seems I have fewer books to return than I remember. Don't you love when that happens? Onwards to Logia Infinitum.
There it goes. Again. Keep an eye open for any new details that may reveal the identity of this mystery cipher.
Will do. Jump the gun a bit again.
I find comfort in Logia Infinitum's vastness. Our prince's knowledge is as infinite as he is caring. To walk these halls is to be held by him. The Logia Infinitum contains ever-changing prophecies. The great many portents that are affected by the mundane and ordinary. From changing grain prices to new valleys created by shifting rivers, the everyday is foretold here.
Interesting. I don't know who would want the information he just described beyond maybe geographers, geologists, economists, maybe.
Do be careful. Here is priceless.
Skill issue.
Ah, yes, right here. Just need to return the book back to the correct place. Wait a moment. Traveler, something is wrong here.
For sure.
I believe you are starting to understand what I have endured for countless cycles. Return the Encyclopedia Predictionum to its pedestal and see what the sigil will reveal to us.
Okay.
The sigil has revealed more projections, including one of myself.
Indeed.
Interesting.
Strange idol. A skeever?
An idol of some sort? Though I'm not sure why someone would worship a rat.
Ariite? Coded missive. Our prince is unsure of which tomes will best illuminate the path. Certainly the Lord of Secrets, in all his pride, will have locked this secret away in one of the powerful tomes kept within the sidereal cloisters. We should task a cipher with retrieving all possible keys. Soon enough, our prince will remember what has been forgotten. Master Lord orders this, and so it shall be. Plagius Lampronius. Okay, who does he serve?
So Minai Shai is the one undoing the seals on these tomes. What is this fool up to?
These are simple enough seals. Strange that the cipher couldn't undo these himself. No matter. I'm happy to help my prince.
The cycle turns ever forward until all that was stolen is returned.
Interesting.
It seems I had a chance to stop him, but acted too slowly. Is this my fault?
Well, you definitely seem
On
to
to
be.
the last book, Traveler. Let us end this.
As I was saying, you definitely seem to be being punished alongside him. So perhaps.
It seems I knew of Minai Shai's transgressions and yet acted too slowly. Why did I hesitate? Did I suspect more at play? Perhaps this is why I've been cursed to observe. A reminder of my inaction. Regardless, we have one more book to return.
All right.
Let's not dawdle, Traveler. It seems I actually only have one book to return.
That's so, Minai Shai.
Here I was, bemoaning the task of returning these books, and it was only the one. I must look like a lazy fool. Still, I appreciate your company. And how grand it must be for you to see the sidereal cloisters in all its glory.
Minai Shai. Perhaps I should return the next book on my own?
Nonsense. I appreciate your aid, Traveler, but it is my duty to see this book returned. To think I played any role in removing them is pain enough. I won't shirk my duties onto a stranger. No offense.
None taken.
You are in for a treat. Onwards to the Empyrean ascent!
No commentary this time.
With the final book
There it is.
returned, we should finally get the answers we seek.
So you say.
Prepare yourself for the majesty of the Empyrean ascent, the summit of the Cloister's collections. The Empyrean ascent. This is where prophecies that foretell the changing of regimes and dynasties are stored. Powerful knowledge, to be sure. Even a single page would allow someone to sway the currents of the realm's politics in their favor.
You don't remember why you took these books?
In truth, traveler, I do not. It is a great crime to have removed books without the Master's blessing. I can't bear the thought of letting my prince down.
Alright. I don't remember killing that ogre. Or that Dromnikin. Uh-oh, somebody's getting ahead of me. Yeah, there they are. What are they doing, though? Okay.
They're all very hostile, aren't they? I'm prone to a short temper myself when a book isn't returned properly.
Huh. Easy.
Seems like the proper well-to-do librarian.
Thank you, traveler. Now all that is left is to return the book. Wait, this looks odd. I've not seen this in here before.
You should have the honor. Not that I could return the final book myself.
Alright. Here it goes.
More projections? I was certain returning this book would end the cycle.
Looks like there's one more. Yeah. Who that must be Cognius. Cognius, whatever his name was.
Minai Shai can't possibly know about the divinatory forums. What is he doing here? And who is that cipher?
Apparently, you don't know the cipher either. List of books. Your master requires you bring the following tomes to the divinatory forums. Portents of celestial bodies. Encyclopedia Predictionum. Fathomless Gaze. Atlas Obscurum. Bring them promptly and tell no one.
I have collected all the books our master requested. I do hope this pleases him.
Wrong master.
Quick! These tomes need to be brought up to the divinatory forums. Your master commands it.
Interesting.
A cipher, deceived into welcoming in vermin, and all under the nose of a blind observer.
This mysterious...
Speaks harsh truths, but he's right. Come and speak with me. Alright.
This mysterious cipher mentioned the divinatory forums, a hidden wing of the cloisters only known to overseers like myself, and a privileged few ciphers. It seems our best course of action is to follow in their footsteps.
So how do we follow the mysterious cipher?
In order to access the divinatory forums, a cipher must tap into the sigil magic that pulses through the cloisters. You'll have to trace the sigil of the Great Eye and pray that my presence, however tenuous, still allows us access to its halls.
Okay.
It worked. Let us continue into the divinatory forums.
That's a somewhat familiar looking sigil.
The divinatory forums are a closely kept secret. All magical portents from the cloister's orreries first travel through the divinatory forums. This is where pure, unrefined predictions are scried and sorted. This intruder should not have access.
You say so.
Of course. A fourth book and one more potent than the rest. We must return it, Traveler, and stop this intruder at all costs.
Okay. Guess I'll grab it then.
The Atlas Obscurum? Of course this triggered Mora's trap. My prince would never risk this tome leaving the cloisters. Quickly, we must return it.
What is an obscure atlas?
There, by the Divining Overlook. That is where we must return the Atlas. I'll meet you in there after I ascertain the extent of the cult's damage.
Why does he not want an atlas to leave the library? Recipe for book soup. Oh no. I make no allusions to this recipe having any flavor, only that it is the closest I can get to making a palatable soup. Begin by tearing pages from a book and finely shredding them. The smaller the pieces, the smoother the soup's texture. Next, add the book bindings to a cauldron and begin to boil. The goal is to break down the binding glue and soften the leather. Once the cauldron has reached a rolling boil, you can start removing the leather bindings. Be sure to scrape any remaining glue back into the cauldron. The broth, which should look milky, is ready for seasoning. Lately, we've taken to adding foot wraps or shirts to the broth in order to pull out the salt from our sweat. Ew. Wood from broken bookshelves makes for wonderful aromatics, along with any feathered quills. Get creative. What is this recipe? While the broth is seasoned, begin to chop the leather book bindings into thin, short strips. They should be easy to cut from their initial boiling. These strips will be the meat, in quotation marks, of the soup. If done properly, the texture is chewy and in a not too unpleasant way. Once you're done filleting the bindings, remove your aromatics and seasoning cloths and replace with your filleted leather. Continue to cook the broth until a binding strip can be ripped by one's teeth. Now add the finely shredded pieces of paper and stir until your eyes glaze over and hunger is about to consume. There should be ample time for the paper to have broken down into a potato-like texture. Serve and enjoy. Oh God. No, thank you.
There, that's pedestal. Return the Atlas.
You only delay my escape. I will be free from you. Come, you obey me.
Free up that enchantment before your conflict.
I failed.
Who was this prince?
This is it, Traveler. The moment the cycle was triggered, trapping us here.
Wait, you're no cipher. I won't allow you to steal these books. I won't.
Minai Shai, wait! We can't allow him access to the Atlas.
The divinatory forums are at my fingertips, Master Perry. All that is left is to steal the Atlas.
None escaped my eye, nor my judgment. Deceiver and deceived alike. With knowledge secured and lesson learned, the cycle is broken. The faithful are made whole.
Okay, so that means she's no longer going to be ethereal? Yes, indeed.
The books. They're trying to steal. Wait. Is it over? Were the books returned?
Indeed
yes,
they were.
Minashai. They've been returned. Come, let us speak in the main hall where it is safer.
Alright. Is this a direct line to the main hall? It is. Stairs. Okay.
Wait. I died? And you were conscious the whole time? This is a lot to take in. How long were we trapped in this cycle?
I'm unsure how long the cycle lasted. It could have been an eternity. And yes, you died. A great many times, in fact.
Yikes.
You should speak with Minashai. He's very energetic for someone who was just released from an endless cycle of deaths.
Okay.
You did it. You ended the cycle. I'm slowly starting to remember everything. And yes, that includes all my deaths. But best not to dwell on that now. Thank you for everything you have done for me. For us.
It looks like you're finally free.
Yes. Thank you for freeing us from this trap. To think my prince would go to such lengths to protect the knowledge kept here. A harsh punishment, but I must not question my master. It isn't much, but I want you to have this. Thank you, friend.
Thank you for your gratitude and your weapon. What, dagger?
My time here in the cloisters has been enlightening. I think, after all this, it'd be nice to stretch my legs and explore the plane. I'll do my best to avoid mad cultists and traps, I promise.
Will you return to the cloisters?
Oh, certainly. It has been a privilege to work within these halls. And besides, it's been a while since I've been able to properly conduct my role as a cipher. Imagine all the predictions that have piled up while we were trapped.
Indeed.
Strange. I had forgotten the smell of dusty divinations. In fact, I can't remember the last book I read. It's been ages since I could pick one up.
If you would like, I could offer a few suggestions. Some of my favorites, perhaps.
That would be appreciated, Minashai. Though perhaps, let me collect them this time.
Haha, banter.
Minashai is back, and I'm whole again. This may take some getting used to. I have grown quite used to speaking my thoughts out loud and going unheard. But silence is a virtue in a place like this.
What will you do now that you're free from the cycle?
It might sound strange, but I think I'd like to read. I was surprised by how torturous it was to be surrounded by this knowledge and be unable to access it. Yes, that's what I will do. I'll sit down and read. How comforting.
Sure, comforting. Not a big reader myself. I will take your word for it. Down I go. I have a dagger. Now, let's see. According to the map, it'd be there. Laramil and Torvesard. Let's take care of the Numinous Grimoire quests to finish off the night. That shouldn't take too long. Need to go pick up the books. Have I been over here? This looks like one of the Black Book places. I don't know if I've been over here. Oh, not. Supposed to be some
I see something shiny.
weird place. Okay, I'll leave it alone now. Get the Numinous Grimoire. Cypher Drela's notes. Cypher Drela, congratulations. Today is the day you begin your ascent into the inner ranks of our order. But first, I need you to retrieve Volume 2 of the Numinous Grimoire from the Midden Library. Bring it to me at the spot I told you of. I have devised a way to read it safely, but I require your assistance. Together, we will plumb its forbidden secrets. I'm proud of you. Make sure you do not tell anyone else about this special task. You must keep this little secret from Cypher Plautus. She would not understand. A. Drela was a male? Dunmer? Interesting name choice for a male Dunmer. Anyway, to the Midden. And down here, Cypher Plautus.
We meet again, traveler.
Plautus.
Have you found another one of our missing ciphers? Or a volume of the Numinous Grimoire, perhaps?
I found Cypher Drela dead. He had this book in his pack and a note that mentioned you.
Drela dead? I feared he might come to harm here. He was naive, yet full of ambition. A dangerous combination in Apocrypha. The path of the cipher is not for everyone. You found him with this book, you say?
Yes. Is it one of the missing tomes you're looking for?
Ah, yes. The second volume of the Numinous Grimoire. A very dangerous book. Any mortal who dares to read it is driven mad. It went missing from our collection recently, and now we know who took it. I'd better put it somewhere safe.
Here's the book.
Poor foolish Drela. Something dangerous is afoot, and the Numinous Grimoire is in the middle of it. I must investigate. Thank you for bringing back this volume, and for telling me about Cypher Drela. Please accept this reward.
I'm always happy to accept a purple item. Yeah, what kind is it? A light hand.
Strange tale. Why would this mysterious A kill a cipher who did as they asked? What's behind the promise to read the book together? Well, if you find any other dead ciphers or missing books in your travels, come tell me.
Will do. What's the Numinous Grimoire about?
That is unclear. No mortal has read a volume of the numinous grimoire and survived with their mind intact. We think it deals with transformations, immortality, or so the Daedra familiar with the book tell us. They could be lying.
You can't read the numinous grimoire. Why do you care where it is?
Because ciphers are dead. The note you found makes it clear someone used my colleagues to get their hands on the grimoire. Then this instigator repaid a cipher's help with death. None of us are safe until this mystery is solved.
I want to know more about the missing ciphers.
That makes two of us. There must be a connection between these ciphers. Something they have in common, but I do not know what it is. Which missing cipher do you want to know about?
What can you tell me about Slaxalt?
Talaxalt? An Argonian scholar who didn't always fit in here. A free spirit of sorts. She valued knowledge in many forms. Songs, art, handicrafts. Talaxalt rarely bothered with books. When she wanted to know something, she sought instruction.
Could that have lured her into something dangerous?
It might have. Talaxalt sometimes made strange bargains with those she wanted to learn from. Dealt with entities few other ciphers know. Knowledge has a price, especially in Apocrypha. What else can I tell you?
What can you tell me about Drela?
He was a dark elf. Young for a cipher. It takes decades of study for most of us to find our way to Apocrypha, but Drela was a brilliant student. Clever and ambitious, but impatient.
Ambitious? For what?
The ciphers of the Eye have no ranks, but some of us have been here longer than others. Senior ciphers enjoy access to collections we do not share with new arrivals. Drela did not want to wait. What else do you wish to know?
Nothing more about ciphers. The letter I found was signed A. Does that mean anything?
It might. I can think of a few entities who might use that monogram. Some mortal, some Daedra. I need to make some inquiries. Discreetly. If I ask the wrong question of the wrong person, I might put myself at risk.
What's a cipher?
We are scholars, scribes, seekers of knowledge, mortals drawn to Apocrypha from all corners of Tamriel. Here we help tend Hermaeus Mora's infinite library. In return, the Great Eye grants us access to its contents. Infinite knowledge.
Are all mortals in Apocrypha ciphers?
Hardly. Most mortals visit Apocrypha in solitude, seeking answers to questions important to them. But some of us come to realize that no ambition in the mortal world compares to what surrounds us here. We choose to stay in Cypher's Midden.
Cypher's Midden?
Apocrypha can be dangerous for mortals. Cypher's Midden serves as a refuge of sorts. Here, those who follow the Cypher philosophy come together for protection. Creature comforts, fellowship, after a fashion. It's not much, but now it's home.
Okay. Well, I guess that means on to Volume 3, and then we're done for the day. Volume 3 should be one of the last quests I have to do in Apocrypha, so shouldn't be any more than 2 more streams after today. And I'll do a lot better on actually being on time for those. I know last week I skipped over it, but that's because I had a job change. So I was getting geared up for my new work. Cypher Nelfin's note. Cypher Nelfin, I need you to bring Volume 3 of the Numinous Grimoire to me. I have devised a way to read the grimoire safely, but I require your help. Together we will plumb its forbidden secrets. I will be waiting for you in Fathom's Drift. You know the spot. Don't tell anyone in Cypher's Midden what you're doing. Cypher Plautus would certainly stop you from taking the Numinous Grimoire, but I promise you the reward is worth the risk. Hey. Was that the same? I think it was the same note as over here. But in case it wasn't, I might as well travel over. What's with this island? It's gotta have a purpose, right? Nothing? Alright. Well, I guess I'm just gonna continue missing that one black book. Look at the guide eventually if I can't find it on my own. Like that was Cypher Nelfon's note. Fathom's Drift is the pirate one, right? For the ship? Pretty sure it was.
Let's move.
Yeah, I was right. Definitely this, the ship. Ooh, this is starting to take longer than I thought. How far deep? Oh, it's pretty deep. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna try to blaze through it. Like somebody's ahead of me to take care of some of the groundwork. Gonna go around that. Please don't tell me it's above. Nope, it's right here. Okay. Nelfon's pack. Alright, back to Cypher Plottis. I'm just gonna pour it over. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Alright. Cypher Plottis.
You return. Forgive me if I'm not pleased to see you, traveler. I have a feeling you bring me more unfortunate news. Let me guess. Another dead Cypher? And a volume of the Numinous Grimoire?
I found Cypher Nelfin dead. A note by her body led me to a strange book. It also mentioned you.
I feared the worst when Nelfin dropped out of sight. Strange things have been going on around here. Seems I was right to be worried. You mentioned a strange book. Was it the Numinous Grimoire, Volume 3?
That's right. Is it one of the books you're looking for?
The Numinous Grimoire is dangerous. At a casual glance, it's illegible. But if you study it long enough, its meaning becomes clear. And you go mad. Nelfin should have known that. Leave the book with me, and I'll put it away. Safely this time.
Very well. Here's the book.
I didn't know Cypher Nelfin well, but she deserved better. I must give this matter my attention. Who would want the Numinous Grimoire, and why? Thank you for bringing back this volume. Here, a small reward for your trouble.
Heavy legs. Thank you very much.
My inquiries finally bore fruit. I believe A is for Akasern, one of our own ciphers. He withdrew into his own studies years ago, but recently he's been in contact with all 3 dead ciphers. And I think I know why he wants the Numinous Grimoire.
Why does Akasern want the Numinous Grimoire?
I learned that the Numinous Grimoire contains a powerful spell, the Numinous Rite. Cypher Akasern hopes to defy death forever by performing the rite. But he would become something terrible. And I need your help to stop him, Traveler.
Stop Cypher Akasern? How?
Find Akasern and prevent him from completing the Numinous Rite. Reason with him if you can, but deal with him as you must. I suggest you begin by searching his dwelling for clues to his whereabouts. Can you help? I would be in your debt.
I'll find Cypher Akasern and stop it.
Akasern's dwelling is a secret room in Choir's 1. Look for his mark on the platforms within the scriptorium. Let's hope something there hints at his current whereabouts. Otherwise, I'm not sure where in Apocrypha he might be hiding.
Tell me more about the Numinous Rite.
I'm not sure I can. No mortal can read the Numinous Grimoire without losing their mind, so all we have to go on are the ravings of the mad. But when I began to suspect Akasern, I asked around about his recent research and interests.
What sort of interests?
Cypher Akasern is a very old man. He spoke bitterly to other Cyphers about how little time he had left to finish his studies, and he was jealous of the Daedra too. He seemed to think they were keeping the secret of immortality from us.
And he thinks the Numinous Rite is the answer?
The Numinous Grimoire is said to hold secrets of immortality. Magic dealing with the mortal soul exacts a great price, but Cypher Akasern is desperate. I worry that he plans to do whatever he must to escape death, even hurt others.
You don't want to deal with Cypher Akasern yourself?
No Cypher has authority over another. The only law in Cypher's Midden is that of Hermaeus Mora, and he takes no interest in our dealings with each other. Our society survives because we choose to follow the customs of this place.
Even if one Cypher is killing others?
It is unprecedented. I believe I can convince my fellows to expel or punish a murderer for our own collective protection. But I do not think we have the time I need to build that consensus.
If you say so. So, that's that. And I think I'm going to call it there. Yeah.
It can't be a crime to take just one book, right?
Yeah. I think I'll end it there. I'm gonna update the titles. Alright. Bit retroactive, but it makes it a little more accurate. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Again, sorry I didn't stream last week. I'm definitely endeavoring to stream next week. And next week I'll be starting at the Writhing Waste Shrine. If you want to catch me live, come by at 11 p.m. UTC. Alright, thanks again everybody for watching. Have a good one.